All right, guys. So today we're talking about something I think almost everyone in their 20 experience at some point, and it's navigating life when everyone around you seems to be taking a completely different path. Some people are getting married, some are moving, some are building careers, some are still figuring it out, like to like the two girls on this podcast. And it can start to make you question whether you like are behind, whether you're missing something. And this episode is for that girl who's trying to trust her journey even when it doesn't look like anyone else's. So, Audrey, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I love this topic because it is so easy to compare ourselves to other people, especially with social media. So I feel like this is a great thing to hit on because you have your little phone and you pull it up and you can just instantly see the best versions of everyone's lives. And
Hmm.
it's so easy to think, wow, I'm behind, I'm off track. Why haven't I had that? Why isn't my boyfriend engaging to me? Why don't I have a boyfriend? Why am I not at this stage in my career?
Yeah.
LinkedIn's terrible.
Honestly, I haven't gotten on the LinkedIn wave, so I don't even know.
Yeah, it's just like a whole feed of just people getting promoted, cool jobs, this, that. Like, if you don't have a position and that's all you
Sounds
see,
delightful.
it's hard. So glad we're talking about this. Really excited to dive in. And
Yeah, honestly, now that you mentioned it, before I forget, I actually saw a study the other day that showed that the new generation, and not our generation, but the even newer generation, like people who were born in 2005, 2006, 7, I can't believe these kids are like big now. I feel so old saying this. But yeah, that generation, I read somewhere that they are only like consumers and they only see the people being successful or the people being super pretty because all the girls now have stuff done, like they'll honestly, for me, and this might be a little bit controversial, like I might get some hate on this, and again, I'm not hating on the girls that are choosing to do these procedures at all. Like, you can do with your body whatever you want, but I am hating on society and how it pushes young women and children since a very young age to feel like they're not enough, to feel like they're not perfect just the way they are. We are all born with different characteristics, different, we look differently, and I feel like everybody now looks the same because they all have the same lips, they do the same nose, they put their eyebrows up, their eyes up, their chin, their cheeks, everything, like they change everything, and I feel like it's just copy and paste. Like all the girls I see online, they just look the same to me now, and it's so sad to see. And that's not something that I want to teach my daughter or my daughters. I want three kids, so hopefully two are girls. That's not something I want to teach my daughters, to feel like they're not enough just the way they are. I don't want
yeah,
to do that.
and a lot of those are edited too. Like, pretty 80-90% of what you see has some sort of an edit on it.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, why don't I look that way? Why am I not this? And it's like, okay, it's probably not even real at the end of the day. So, um, but kind of back to this theme of things, have you ever felt like you were seeing things and you just like felt behind?
Feel behind. See,
High achieving queen over here. She's like, no,
no, no, no,
never.
no, not at all, not at all. But I think I'm just very aware, and I'm grateful enough, and like I've been, I guess you could call it lucky, fortunate enough that I had mentors in my life at a really young age. Like at 19, I had some really good mentors and really like real people that they taught me a lot, and they introduced me to books, podcasts, and all the stuff that changed my mentality. So I don't think I had the chance to really compare myself to other people, but I'm gonna say something interesting. All of my friends, that like my best friends from when I was like in seventh grade, which I'm still friends with them today. Most of them are in Cuba. Two of them are, luckily they left Cuba, but three of them are still in Cuba. They're all married. Literally, of the friend group, like you have that core friend group, they are all married, and they've been married for years. And I'm
Oh, wow.
24, mind you. So they've been married and with the same guy on the same relationship since they were like 20, 21, like, or even before that. And I'm still single. Here I am. But that's totally fine. And I bring that up not because I felt behind because I didn't feel like that. Like I don't feel, but I feel like there's a lot of people that they're on that same situation. They might be the only single friend on the friend group, and they might feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me, like I'm behind, like what's wrong with me? Something's not right. Like how are they doing this and I'm still here? Like I don't think like that at all, and I don't think nobody should. We're all living a different life and we are on different paths. They live in a different country with a different culture. I came here really, really young, started studying, working. Like I've been focused on other stuff, and it's okay. It's okay. It's just not my journey. And I'm not rushing. I'm not getting into the wrong relationship just for the sake of saying, oh, I have a boyfriend, or I'm not gonna marry somebody super quick just to say, oh, I got married. No, like that's a divorce in 3 years. I don't want that. Like I want to choose the right person, and that takes time. And it doesn't matter what they're doing. My life looks different. And as long as I know what I'm doing and I'm fulfilled with who I am, that's perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine. What about you? What about your friend group? Like, is anybody married, having kids? Do you feel any certain way?
Yeah, it's really interesting because down in Florida, most of my friends are single, but up north, they're pretty much
I'm
all in a
aware.
relationship. So it's hard. So when I would go back up for the holidays, then I would feel it. I felt like behind in
Mm.
some way, or I was like missing out because they're all updating about their boyfriends and how much they love them and like potential wedding and this and that. And I'm sitting
And you're
there, I'm
like,
like,
that's good for you.
yeah, I'm very happy that they're all in relationships that are healthy and they have very, very great boyfriends. I'm like, I'm very happy for them. But at the same time, it's when I go out for Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's like, well, who are you talking to? Who's the new guy in your life? What dates are you going on? And I'm like, well, that part of my life isn't that successful. So it doesn't make me feel that great. And it can be hard,
Mm.
especially around the holidays when it's like you want to, especially up north when it's cold and you just want to like cozy up next to someone.
You
And
want to cuddle somebody.
yeah, when I'm here in my own apartment, I'm grinding. I'm not thinking about some man, but if I'm sitting eating cookies and across from me they're like lovey dovey, I'm like, man, wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be
So
nice. And it's totally fine to feel, to like have that moment. Like, it's okay to feel that. Like I said on the last episode, like, I'm kind of a brick sometimes, like ice cold sometimes. So you don't have to be like me where it doesn't face you at all. It's okay to feel it, like you said. It's okay to have those moments where you feel like, oh my God, like I wish I had that. But what's not okay is to dwell on that and grab that as an excuse to be a victim to the situation. Like, that's not okay. You need to move on past it and just realize that they're on a different path, on a different lane. Just focus on what you're doing and try to be the best person that you can be and try to do everything the best that you can. That's all you can do.
yeah, it's being grateful in the present is what I've been trying to practice. It's so easy just to go, oh, they have that. I could be there. I want that. I want this. And da 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 da. And you get so focused on what you don't have.
Yeah,
That's the enemy. It's like, just take a moment, take a step back and like, what do I have? What can I be grateful for? Because if you're sitting in
exactly.
abundance, you're sitting in gratefulness, that's when more opportunities are going to come your way.
I love that you said that. Just stay in that grateful stage, and that's really all you can do. Okay, so Audrey, how has your definition of success changed in your 20s? And I know you're 23, right? About to be 24 in a few months.
Yeah. I love this. This is like a pageant question. It's like, how do
Okay,
you
so
define success for your life?
Miss Michigan, how has your definition of success changed in your 20s? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's been interesting because so much has happened over the last couple of years that beginning of my 20s, I was like, cool, I'm going to get into medical school. The where I wanted to go was completely different and it was all again like future focused. And so now success, I'm trying to focus on the small things, like taking care of myself, owning, being like, I'm going to do this and then I do it, and not being so hard on myself when I don't do it. So it's just redefining what success looks like and giving yourself grace at the end of the day because I did not Also, I'm realizing the end of the day is my key card word for everything. I probably say it 10 times just in an hour. But I lost my train of thought actually.
It's okay, we can edit this out. Just pick it up.
I like completely lost that. Wow. I had something good going there. Hold on. Something about success.
Something about success.
Giving yourself grace. I think I was talking about that. Interesting. I completely lost it. We can transition into something else, or maybe like, yeah, just cut it sooner.
Okay,
Cut it at the give yourself grace.
you can ask something, yeah.
Um, so I would love to know, like, how do you know you're ultimately on the right path?
How do you know you're ultimately on the right path? That's a great question. That's a great question. Honestly, I don't measure that by, I don't know, by the world definition of success or by the world definition of what my path should look like. Because sometimes those measurements are based on, okay, do you have a career? Like, do you know 100% that you want to stay in this career all of your life? Like, are you making this amount of money? Like, I don't measure it like that anymore. Of course, there's goals that I want to hit that are according, to money, to career, but that's not ultimately what I want. Like, I started thinking about it like, have you done the exercise where you think about what you want in your life, like, I don't know, 10 years from now? Or if you had all the money in the world, there were no limitations, you could have whatever it is you want, what would you want? I did that the other day with my sister. Have you done it?
I've done it a little bit, but I haven't done it in a while, honestly.
Yeah. So I actually did it the other day. I've done it a couple times, but I feel like the other day I said it and like I was like, it was like a relief because sometimes I said it and it didn't feel the right way. But the other day I said it and I was like, oh my God, like I feel like if I accomplished this, I would be incredibly happy and incredibly fulfilled. And it had more to do with specific things that I wanted to do. For example, like I like there's two causes that really big in my heart, like orphans, like children's who need help, or sexually abused women. Those two topics are very, very important for me. And of course, I want a family and I want three kids. I want to be able to provide for my family. So I don't ever want money to be a conversation. Also, there's so many divorces that happen because of finances. Like I don't want that to be me. So of course, I have goals to do well in life in my finances, but I want to do well because I want to hit those other bigger goals. Like I want to have time to allocate to those causes that I just mentioned. Like I actually want to do work with kids and work with these women that are incredible centers that help them, and I want to be a part of that. And for that, you most of the time you need time and you need resources. And of course, I want to take care of my family and everything. So I feel like as long as I hit that. And what I realize is that I can do things in that area before getting to like the financial place that I want to be at. Because you can say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But if you really want to do it, there's small things that you could do now. And that's what I'm starting to realize, that I have it on my hands to do something, even if it's one day out of the month that I can do. So that's for me, it's like success. I would say it's like, okay, I have this big like passions that I have is to be able to allocate time and resources to be able to do that. If that makes any sense. I feel like that
Yeah.
could be worded a lot better, but in short, that's what it is.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, I think if you can pour your time into other people and actually be doing something that's making an impact, that's where it's worth it. I think a lot of people get stuck in me, myself, and I, and it's still being a part of humanity and being a part of being able to help people. That's where you truly feel a difference.
Yeah,
Glad
you
that
know what I
you're.
love? You know what I really love? I love that we are both, I don't know what's happening with our brains today, but we're both like fumbling this. I love it.
It's hard doing it on a Monday late at night. It's our brains. Our brain. Bear with us.
No, honestly, like I feel like two girls trying not to quit is today. Like we are both hardly trying not to quit.
Yeah, it's been a hard day today, so we
Like
can get into that later.
whatever we say, I think we're gonna have to revisit later to say it better because we're both really trying today. Like I woke up so early, I had to be earlier at work today, and yesterday was a really long day too. I was like, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Okay, but I do have a question for you. Which is a question? I don't know. Let's edit this part out. I guess I just went blank. I swear. God damn it. You know how Sharpay goes like,
It's like it's just one of those days. It's
and
just
I'm starving too.
you should have look at the soup I made for myself.
God. What type of soup is that?
The smoothie.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's focus here. Okay, how has your definition of citizenship
I have another question
evolved?
if you want me to ask you one.
No, I need to ask you something because you already asked me. Okay, let's talk about this one. No. I feel like you already could talk to us about it a little bit, but we can talk about it again. Okay, so Audrey, how do you stay grounded when social media makes comparison harder? Because we already talked about it a little bit, but especially let's talk about like close circle. Because okay, you see random people, but what about when you see your close circle or people in the same city as you, just doing something that you feel like you should be doing, or that you feel like you have everything in your power to do, but you're not doing them, and they are like, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel any type of way? Like, what, how do you prepare your mind to be able to face that every day in social media as we do? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's I think it's such an important topic. I mean, I'm personally addicted to social media and it's frustrating because it's like I'm aware of it, but I can feel myself like going to grab for my phone. It's like, where's it at? And it's
Hi, my name
just
is Audrey, and I am addicted to social media.
literally,
Hey,
it's
I
so
think
bad.
honestly, at this point, I think we all are.
Yeah, it's like I will have the smallest pause, something's loading, and I'm like, oh, let me just grab my phone and sift. And then I see things, or I see someone being successful, or someone doing something, and I'm like, my FOMO is so bad. It's crippling. And that may be in part why I'm able to do so many things because I'm like, yes, I want to do this and this and this. And I see all the things on social media. So I'm like the first one on there to be like, yep, sign me up, which is good and bad because this is the hard part about social media because it's able to connect you to people who are far away, yourself and I.
Good.
That part's fantastic. You connect to
Yeah.
opportunities, you're
Hmm.
networking, there's events that
Yeah.
come up. Someone posted a modeling thing over the weekend. I was like, 100% I want to do it. And I met this cool like makeup artist. I would have never had that opportunity if I wasn't just scrolling on stories on Instagram. However, there's a fine line where you have to be careful of, okay, what are my thoughts as I'm doing this? Because it's so easy to just start consuming and not listening to the thoughts that are going on in the back of your head, like, oh, I wish, oh, I want, oh, I this, oh, I'm not. And that thinking gets ingrained, and now it's like subconsciously with you when you're not on your phone, and then you're seeing it out in the world. So that's what at least I'm working on is how do I rewire my brain, even having consumed all of this,
Yeah.
to look at things in a good light. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I have this. I'm grateful for this. I'm abundant in this. And it's challenging because
Yeah.
we are constantly wired with social
Yeah.
media. But I think as long as you're aware and you're trying,
Yeah,
it's a
like
step
we're
in the right direction.
constantly getting hit by other stuff. And I think it relates a lot to your goals and looking at your goals. What I was saying on the goals episode that we did, that's why you need to write down your goals every day so that you can look at what you're working on every single day. That way you have it present in your mind and you're focusing on that, and when something else comes by like a shiny object or somebody else is doing good on some other thing, you're like, okay, that's great for them, I'm happy, that's a great path that they're going, a great career, great opportunity, I'm happy for them, but my goal right now is this, and I can't lose track of that. That's why it's important to write down your goals every single day so that you don't lose sight of it, and stuff like that doesn't affect you that much.
Yeah. And I think something that comes up a lot, in especially in your early 20s, there's the transition from being in college to not. And you have those friendships, and those dynamics change pretty quickly. So, I mean, how have you navigated when your friendships have changed or your lifestyles no longer align? Have you navigated that shift?
The lifestyles no longer align with friends in my life
Yeah.
that I'm like growing out of. Okay,
Hmm.
so I actually heard a really good analogy on this. And for me, as long as the friendship is good, is not toxic, because it's different if somebody is really toxic in your life and is always bringing up drama and is like draining your energy. That it's case by case, but honestly, that had happened to me with just one person in my life, someone that I consider a sister. She started doing really crazy things, and I defended her with my life. Like, I defended this girl with my life. And again, like, I saw her as a little sister, but I realized, you know what, like, it's way too much drama. Every time I'm with her, the only thing she talks about is negative things and gossiping about other people, especially people close to her. And I started to realize little by little, like my love, I was blindfolded by my love for her. I started seeing little by little the reality of it. And like I had to cut the relationship off, and it's for the better. And it hurt and it sucked. Yes. But, and again, like I don't cut people out of my life like that. Like for me to cut somebody off completely out of my life, like it had to be something extreme like that, where I just realized there's nothing good coming out of this for me or for her, because it's all drama in her life. So when I realized that, okay, I was able to make the decision and move on. But for the other people that are not that negative or not negative at all, but maybe they're just not aligning with where you at right now, or where you want to go, like they have a different path, that maybe they want to go out to a club every single night. night. I'm not talking about you. I'm just giving an example. Maybe I don't align with that, and then we're not gonna be hanging out that much. So the analogy is, think about if you're on a long road trip, like 18 hours or 20 hours on a car with somebody, and you have a big van, right? And you're driving, and you're gonna have a co-pilot right next to you, and this co-pilot is gonna be the person that's gonna be with you for 20 hours, okay? They're gonna influence you, they're gonna they're gonna make you stay awake. They're gonna help you through it. They're gonna motivate you. They're gonna sing to you. They're gonna influence you the most because they're right next to you, right? Now you have people in the back, maybe on the that first row. They're also gonna influence you, but a little bit less than your co-passenger, a little bit less than your co-pilot. And then you have people all the way on the back. And that what that means is the people in the back, you still want them there, right? You still want them to go on the road trip with you, but you maybe don't want to hear them talk too much because because they're gonna distract you, or you might go into a car crash if they talk too much, because God knows what is gonna come out of their mouth. But you still love them, you still want them there, but just not that close. And that's how I see it. Like you don't need to go people completely out of your life. You get to love them at a distance. You get to love them differently. You get to see them maybe once every 3 months, once every 6 months, so they're not influencing you, but you see them, you love them, you're a part of their life, you're there for the important moments if you can, if it makes sense, but you don't want them to influence you that much. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that analogy. I was there in the car with you, just like bing, 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 bing.
Good.
So yeah, perfect analogy. I love that.
Okay, now what's one thing that you're proud of yourself in this season? We are
Happening to
doing
us today.
we are doing excellent. Like we're
Ooh,
doing so great.
oh man, so you and I just staring at each.
Listen, listen, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, I'm tired,
See,
it's
it's
okay.
hard because it's like after you talk, I want to ask you like another question, but it's like,
It's okay. I got it. I'm gonna ask you something, okay?
ooh,
What's one thing that you're proud of yourself on this season?
that is a really good question. Ooh. It's your second time asking me. I should know the answer to it. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me.
Wait, just say nothing. I'm proud of nothing. The season sucks.
We can't put that out in the universe. Look at me. Look at my nails. I'm hanging on by a thread.
You
We're
can
falling
judge how a
apart.
lady is doing by the state of her nails.
Yes. Anyways, something I'm proud of. Um, it's been a season of opportunities for me. And I think most of this past year, I've seen opportunities come and I've taken them slightly, but I've still been stuck in this path. And I'm finally starting to look at the opportunities that are coming my way and first off, be grateful for them. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what situation I'm sitting in, be like, wow. It's that whole thing where people are like, oh, you one day wish for something that now you're living. And I've been wishing for these things for so long, and now it's finally coming to fruition. And so just being proud of not only getting to that point of having the opportunities, but
Yeah.
sitting in a place of also being grateful and not focusing so much on the what ifs, what's happening in the future. Just be like, this is where we're at now. We have no idea where we're going, but we're taking it one stride at a time and just trying to, again, like the theme for me of this podcast has been gratefulness and just sitting in that
Yeah.
and keeping that in flow.
That's the best place to be at. The best place to be at with anything in life. Whether you're in a funk for whatever reason, or you're going through some, family issues, health issues, financial issues, relationship issues, God, like whatever it is that you're going through, like gratefulness really is the answer to like keep you centered and keep you going in those hard times. Because it's impossible for you to sit down for a little legit 5 minutes and either just say it or write it down, things that you're grateful for, things that you have. For example, I just saw a video today, like a reel, and I saved it. I was like, I want to look at this reel every single day. And I don't even know who it was, but it was a guy saying, if you have food on your table, if you have a roof over your head, if you have a warm shower and a bed to sleep on tonight, you are wealthier than 75% of people. If you have money saved, if you have a good income, if you have money, extra money in your wallet, whatever, you're part of the 8%. And I know we make this big assumption of like, oh, the 1%, the 1%. I mean, yeah, of course, you can do whatever it is you want, and the 1% is great. But don't forget to look at the blessings that you have in your life. And if you actually sit down and start writing them down, you will be surprised at how many blessings you have. You just have a very shitty attitude. You need to
Yeah.
fix your attitude.
And the more you start like focusing on what you're grateful for, the more that is what becomes in your life. Because if
Yes,
you're
because you're
focusing
gonna
on
see the great things.
and if it's bad this, bad that, bad negative Nelly this, you are gonna have a really bad day after really bad day. But if it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I woke up, the sun was out this morning,
Exactly.
my whatever worked out, you're going to just start seeing more and more gratefulness and things that are just going to be more positive. So
Exactly. Even too, let's talk about relationships a little bit. And we're gonna have to make a whole episode about relationships and what goes into this because it's a loaded topic. But I'm just gonna say real quick to that, if you spend time with somebody and it didn't work out for whatever reason, don't drag it out by by reliving the bad things. Just try to see the good in it, whatever time you spend with that person, even if it doesn't work out at the end. Just be grateful that you get to know somebody and you get to see another point of view and you get to experience something good about it. And that's it. Move on. Like it's gone.
I
Next.
feel like you're talking to me right now.
Or me. Or me. I could be talking to both of us.
There we go. Little thank you next moment. Ariana
Thank you.
Grande playing in the
Thank you,
background.
Ariana.
Shout out to Ari. This is just
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because sometimes, you spend time with somebody and you could say, oh my God, I wasted all that time. Just sit on it, take the good things that happen, whatever time you spend with that person, and then we'll move on.
yeah. Now something
And
that
move
plays.
on, Audrey.
I try to. I swear. We'll get there eventually.
Huh?
But back to different paths and being in your 20s. What is a piece of advice you would give to someone who's just simply they're feeling lost?
I would say not all who wander are lost, but you are. I'm joking. Have you
I
seen
was like,
that
oh,
in Have you seen that on Zapier? I hate Zapier, bro. Every time that you're doing something in Zapier and like something breaks, it tells you not all who wander in life are lost, but you are.
the piece of advice from Xavier.
I know, I hate it. No, for real. If somebody feels lost, mm, I would say it all comes back to goals, man. It all comes back to what do you want in your life? Do you have it clear? Because if you don't have it clear, that's why you're feeling lost. If you're feeling lost, it's because you're jumping from one thing to another, and you're probably jumping from one thing to another because you're following the crowd, as you're following whatever this person is doing, whatever that person is doing, and you haven't get and you haven't sit down and actually look at what you want and actually like write it down or have some type of clarity in it. It's totally fine if it changes tomorrow because you might be a different person tomorrow. That's totally fine. It shouldn't happen that quick, but it's totally fine because life happens and goals change and life changes. But if you're feeling lost, like I feel like it comes down to that. Because even if it's not the same to struggle, to be in a season of struggle, it's not the same. Okay, let me say that again. It's not the same to be in a season of struggling than to be lost. It's not the same. You could be struggling, but still feel like you're working towards something. It's hard and it might suck right now, yes. But to be lost is to really not know what it is that you want or who you are. So if you're feeling like that, I would just say take some time for yourself, really think about your life. Think about the last three things that you've wanted and think about where those things came from. Did it came from a friend? Did it came from social media? Did it came from an ad? Because I remind you, 99% of people on social media are trying to sell you something and they're really freaking good at it. So think about where these thoughts are coming from. Did you look at an ad and it really told you were doing this bad and you had to do this one thing? Is it just your emotions or is it this really what you want? Like take a look at where your sources are and see if that's really what you want or what people are telling you you want. And yeah, just get clear on whatever it is that you want and you shouldn't feel lost.
Wow.
What about
I feel
you?
like
I want
I
you
feel
to
like I need
answer
to do
that.
that.
Thanks. No, I want you to answer that. Like, what would you tell somebody who feels lost?
It's hard to come after that because you did a great deep dive.
I see. I wake up every day. It's one of my routine. Like I listen to a podcast, but lately I've been listening to TED Talks. Listen to TED Talk a day. You'll see. Things
Yeah.
start to come off of you.
I know I mean, I've been in a season of not necessarily being lost, but just trying to figure out like where to go, what I want to do. And some of your notes, where were these things coming from that I actually want? Um, and sometimes it just takes like giving yourself a little self care. Like get a bubble bath, put on a face mask, and take some time to rest and reset. Because a lot of the times you're getting lost because you're also burnt out. So
Yeah.
it's focus on some self care, take some time with yourself, and then sit down and be like, what do I really want? What excites me? What what would make you want to get up in the morning and just start like where you can't sleep any longer? I'm a Facebook person. I swear
You are? I don't
I'm like
even
a
have
50-year-old at
Facebook.
heart.
I don't even have Facebook downloaded on my phone. Like for work, I actually had to do something in Facebook Saturday and they told me to do it and I was like, I don't have a Facebook account. They had to log me in with somebody else's account because I'm like, Facebook, what even is that?
Yeah, I'm like a little old lady. I love Facebook. But it's curated. So each of my platforms are very curated. Like Instagram's all like sales content, friends, little our page is great. Like it's just motivational city. But
Our page, I know our page is great.
I know
I
whenever
love
I'm like
it.
I need something, I just pop on ours and I start scrolling. Like this is great. Ooh, love this girl power. We curated a great system there. But my Facebook is two things: stand up comedy, but the other is just like motivational yelling at you. And it's so hard not to be like, I need to get, it's like Alex Hormozy being like,
Yeah, he will get to
success
you.
like speed, and just like cramming it down. And it's like
Yeah.
just 20 seconds of like, get up, get fired up. If you're not doing something, like do it. And that, whenever I'm in a slump, I'm like, let's pop on Facebook. And then it's like, okay, I'm fired up.
I love it. You know what? Now that you mentioned Alex Ramosi, I'm gonna say something for the girls. And I love Alex. I love Layla. But you lately, I've been trying to get my advice, especially on like lifestyle and like do things only from women, because women who are in their feminine energy, because we're men and women are completely different, and we should be different. We shouldn't be equals at all. Like the only okay, this is another episode
I was
of
about to say, I
this
have a
is
lot to say
another
about this.
yeah, this is a whole another episode. And I know we have some different like mentality when it comes to this, maybe a little bit, but the whole feminist movement and everything, it has gotten to a point where it's like way too much. Like we're starting like to weaponize like men and like think that they're bad. Like we need men need women, that's all. And we are different people, different creatures. We need different things. We are wired differently. Like we function differently, even in the month. Like guys cycle, hormone cycle is it resets every day with the I think with the sun. And girl cycle is a month long cycle with the moon. Like it's completely different. So I've started to only get my advice or my things from like girls, because I was listening to a lot of Alex Hermosi and a lot of like guy podcast. And it's great, like they have some great stuff, but I'm like, I'm a girl. Like I want to hear how a girl is handling this, not how a guy is, because then one day I'm trying to handle a situation just like a guy is, and I'm hitting my face against the pole, and I'm like, why? It's because I'm trying to do it like a guy. I need to do it like a girl. Well, we can talk about this another episode because it's
Yeah.
a long conversation.
Yeah. It's like, I have a lot to say there, but we do have different styles, which is what I love, is like we can come together and have different um views on things. And it's so like, it's very welcoming. It's never like, I feel like I could tell you
100%.
like the earth is flat, and you'd be like, cool.
100%. And this is something like goes to shows girls out there. Like, if somebody doesn't want to be your friend because you have different beliefs or because you have different religions, this is your example right here. We believe different things. We have different religions. We have different beliefs about the world. We work differently. Even when we're talking about a guy or relationship, sometimes she says something and I'm like, what? Like, I would never do that. And then I say something and she's like, girl, no.
Yeah,
It's okay.
we're very
And
different. You want
you
kids,
know what?
I don't.
Exactly. And you know what we do? We listen to each other. We respond with respect and love. With our beliefs, again, we don't let each other's belief in this belief. Yeah, we don't let each other's beliefs change who we are, but we respond and we have mature conversations. So if anybody out there is trying to change you to be their friend or to fit into a group, don't believe that. There are good friendships out. I'll edit this. There are good friendships out there that will love you just the way you are. You don't need to change.
Yeah, it's two pillars of respect and trust, because I trust that, like, first off, you're not going to do anything to hurt me or like say something, out of any, I can't think of the word, but being like disingenuous in any way.
Yeah.
But two, wow.
Freak, the editing for this is gonna be horrible.
This clearly is trust and respect. Two vital pillars. It's terrible. I don't know. I'm like, I'm on a full train if like something good's about to come out of my mouth, and then just like I hit a wall. What is happening? Oh, but yeah, no. The thing with us is that we hit two pillars of trust and respect. because I know if I share something, I trust that you're not going to be disingenuous, you're not going to be mean, you're not going to, like, at the end of the day, we have a foundation of love, but also respect, in a sense that it's like, it's more of a place of intrigue. It's like, oh, you're interested in that, I want to hear more, versus being like, oh, you're interested in something different than me, that's bad, I'm going to just exile you, versus being curious of like, okay, why do you believe that? I find that fascinating. That's the change that keeps it to being like a friendship, and like out of a place of love, versus being like, oh, you believe something different than me, we need to change that or we can't be friends.
Right. I love this. This
So
is why I love our friendship and our podcast. It's like we
this
have
particular,
very different views of the world, but that's okay. All
yeah,
right. So, Audrey, we've talked about a lot of good things. We can definitely revisit some of these things later because today our brains are just not working, and that's okay. People need to know this. Your brains are not always going to work, but here we are. We said we were going to record a podcast every Monday. Here we are against all odds. I'm starving. We have laughed and stopped this podcast so many times today that, of course, it's going to be edited out, but it has happened. We struggled a lot today. It is okay. But before we end this episode, we want to come back to the question we end every episode with. Audrey, what does not quitting look like for you right now?
we are pushing through. By that, we made it through the end of this podcast. Both of our brains are literally just like running on one brain cell.
For real.
So not quitting is just, we finished. We are doing this, and that consistency and keeping up and keeping a positive mindset. We're getting after it. So I'm sure you may be on the same lines. But do you do you have anything that's for not quitting today?
Honestly, I'm right there with you. Not quitting, I mean, literally the definition is to do something even though you don't want to, despite all odds. And that's what we're doing here today. We could have, called it a day and say, you know what, we can record another day, or we can just skip a day, a week. It doesn't matter. We're tired. I wish we could show you the amount of times we've messed up this podcast. But we're here. So that's the definition of it. Don't quit. We're here. We did it. It's going to go out into the world on Wednesday as it is scheduled every week. And we probably said a lot of stuff that don't make a lot of sense because our brains are, again, not functioning correctly. But it doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyways. We're going to do it ugly and it's going to get
Great
done.
tangents.
However, the heck is going to get done. Period.
We're
All
here. We
right.
showed up. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Mic drop. Awesome. So if you're listening and you feel behind, confused, or unsure, this is your reminder that different doesn't mean wrong and you're not alone. You're allowed to take your time, you're allowed to grow at your own pace, and you're allowed to trust that your path is unfolding exactly how it's meant to. Thank you for being here and thank you for choosing not to quit with us. We'll see you in the next episode.